Whilst working in the garden recently, I found this old hatchet head. It was basically just buried in the shrubbery, and I thought to myself, well, let's see if we can do anything with it. I thought, well, I'll get a new handle for it. But then I thought, well, hang on, I've got some wood kicking out, I've got some ash. Let's see if I can split one down, see how we go. See if I can make a rough handle for this hatchet and get it usable again. So here's my chunk of ash. There's the head. Got a few woodworm marks here, so it's far from ideal, but we'll see if I can do it. That's a mistake. You can see that, I've got my hand pinched. That's it. Ow! That's a mistake. Ow! Learning curve there. Nice little hand pinch. Ooh. There she goes. As these two heads are similar sizes, I guess a handle with a similar sort of size is probably appropriate. I think I've selected my area. We've got a knot just there that I want to try and avoid, and there's another one here, but I'm hoping if I can sort of cut it through there and through here and hopefully split this section out, make it into a small billet there, I should be okay. Just about got enough material there for the head. I've got masses at the back, so I need to clean that down. Or try split it from the other direction. So where are we up to? Got a chunk of wood, which is quite a lot smaller than it was, and the head. Now I've got this old wound in the wood, which is obviously a weakness. It's been a wound and it's sort of overgrown it, and there's a fault line that runs all the way along here. But placing the head, the eyelet on, I think there is just enough room to take that out and still have what I need for the head. Marked out relevant curves I've marked them on both sides, and I'm just putting in saw marks down to those curves because my axing skills aren't probably up to cleaning this out, and I'll get a split. It's just to avoid running through the grain where I don't want it to go. Time to do the same on this side now. Same thing, just to slim down the sides. You can see it's coming on. Got some work to do yet. There up above it is the handle I took the pattern from, and this is what it's sort of come out. So I've got a definite curve there, a definite sort of belly to it. This is, I've left this quite thick at the moment. You see how rounded off this one is, and where mine is very, very square block chunk. But so I've got plenty more to play with, but I've got it so the head will mount on now, and I need obviously to wedge it and all of that sort of stuff. I have actually allowed for this head to come further back, so it's not in its final position. It's going to come back to about here somewhere, and that will allow me more wood out the front, because this head had a massive difference between the back, which was quite small, and the front. As you can see, it's quite gappy around there, so I've had to make the timber small enough obviously to get in the back, but that makes it very, very gappy at the front, so the cut goes a long way back, and so I want as much timber out the front as I can sensibly, and then to wedge it nicely. So that is the axe handle basically finished. A little bit of cleaning up to do, but so far that is all axe and a little bit of knife work. I used the jacklaw for using axe for most of it, cleaning it out, Then I used the jack claw for a little bit, and then I realised that I needed quite a lot more material taken off, so I went back to the axe. What is it? The axe, I mean this little fella here. This is a siding axe. As you can see, it's got a very fine profile. So actually, I ended up doing all of the final carving with that. So everything you see here has been done with that, and just freehand, you know, without the aid of any clamps or anything. So it's a rough axe handle, but I'm pretty pleased with that. Not bad. I just need to get the wedge in. So drive this head on a little bit further than it is, and then get the wedge that I've made, pop that in, drive that in. I might also, depending on how that looks, I might also get a couple of metal wedges, but we'll see. So yeah, so far that's a hatchet for free. Found the head in the garden, made this out of a piece of fallen ash from my woodland. Pretty pleased. I can't decide whether to sand it or not. I think I might just sand it in use with my hands, because there's nothing on there that's going to splinter. Nothing's going to cause me any trouble, so I might just leave it rough and let it mellow down just with use, rather than going all fancy on it. From that to that. Thank you, ash tree. Let's see if you work, little hatchet. Yep. By way of celebration, put the kettle on.